Oh shit. We got music now? Asks Stevie. No. Well, yes and no. Yes, in that you can hear noise. But no, because this is just the menu sound for F1 2020. So, I mean, yeah, we've got sounds. Obviously, if you're early like this normally, I've been doing this for a couple of races now. Just been having this the menu music in the background. Would be cool to have some music, but I don't know. I just can't be asked to find some piece of music that isn't copyright claimed. Pretty easy to find, I imagine. Actually, I just haven't looked. Get some free music, yeah. Yeah. Maybe it'll just be. Maybe I should just. It should just be me playing the guitar in the background. And I'll tell you something. I'm not a good guitar player. I know a few chords and that's it. So I'll just like strum some chords if you want for 5 minutes, if that floats your boat. Citizen says it's 6 PM and there's nothing. He wants his money back. Bro, who are you sending your money to? I want some. Get me in on this cash deal. Who's profiting from my streams? Anyway, good evening. Hope you guys are good. I'm pleased to see people in the chat before we even get going. No prizes for guessing what's next. That's right. It's career mode. I'm back again. Azerbaijan today. Or is it the European Grand Prix? I can't remember. I think it's Azerbaijan Grand Prix now, isn't it? It used to be European Grand Prix for one race, I think. Am I a guitarist? No. I said I've got a guitar. It doesn't make me a guitarist. I tried to learn to play at the start of lockdown and made relatively good progress. And then, like, I can do like chords and shit at the start. Literally the most beginner of beginners you've ever seen. But I can't string it together into a song. And that's kind of where I've dipped in motivation. Anyway, no one cares about that. We're here for F1. So, back again. Oh, cameras again. I should just leave that switched on with the scene when it slides in. You just see my face the whole time. I always switch it off though. I'm always paranoid about it being on all the time. Don't want anyone watching most of the time. Only when I'm streaming. As soon as the stream's over, I rip the camera out anyway, and I'll throw it in a drawer somewhere. Alrighty. Back to this then. Done a couple of laps on time trial today, just to get the difficulty levels all set again. Because I think that kind of worked, didn't it, last week? Yeah, Monaco. So we went 100 and... Actually, where did we go? We were on 105. We were on 105% difficulty at the start of the season. And then we upped it last race because things seem to be getting a little easy. Stream's words, not mine. Chat's words, I should say. So we went up to 100 and... Was it 109, I think it was? Which is what I thought was quite high. But we done well. We qualified 6th. And fought onto the podium. Got 3rd. Didn't win it, though. So that's kind of ruined our streak. You can see the results there. Look, there was a period where we were just batting off results. I think Australia, we were just legitimately bad. Bahrain and China, we basically smurfed our strategy and went one stop less than everyone else. And everywhere else, we've been generally quick. So, in the race anyway. It's always been a good fight from qualifying because we always qualify badly. But today, anyway. We're going to crank the AI up again. So if I just showed you real quick where we are at on the AI counter today. So if we go back in. So you can see 1:38.2 is our time trial time. So we've gained a second. So this is my old time that I had before today. Then I chucked the setup on and gained a second. Somehow. I have no idea. I don't understand why. So the difficulty, anyway, it's suggesting we go 108 today. So I'm going to go 108. So I'm going to drop down one. Drop down one today. So we were on 109 last time. We're on 108 this time. Curiously enough, I've done a lap in Canada just to test, more out of curiosity to see what they suggest. I think I was on 103. And now they're suggesting I do 106 next race. So we'll be doing that. Don't know when Canada will be. It'll be later this week, but I just thought I'll do a lap as well. I needed a thumbnail anyway for my YouTube video beforehand, so I thought I'd just get a couple in because it's always hard to get time in before I actually stream. So we're gonna go with that. 108 anyway. We're gonna give that a try today and see how that goes. And we'll go. Back in a second, hang on. You know you're an F1 fan when you make Excel sheets of your lap times. It's not my spreadsheet. So those who don't know, Stevie found a... there's a calculator, apparently, on the internet, which actually calculates which AI level you should be driving at. So someone else made that calculator, and I've just saved a copy of it just for my own sake. So yeah, it's not actually my sheet. They're all my lap times actually, which is quite I actually deliberately, when I first got the calculator, I deliberately went into time trial and updated every single box just so I knew straight away. So that part is all me. But I didn't actually do the calculations. I have no idea how they figured it out. But it seemed to work last time. The 109 seemed to work. So we're just going to stick with whatever they're saying. So I don't know what lap time I need to get to 109% again. But clearly I'm not quick enough for 109% difficulty this time. So 108 today. So if we... I think we're good. There's nothing else to buy. I think we're all good. Yeah. People have way too much time to spend. I honestly don't know how they made it. So 108. I had damage off, I think, as well for Monaco. Do I want to bring it back? We'll make a decision later. I'm not confident around the castle section of the lap, so ideally I would want to do a couple of laps with damage off at least first of all, just to get my eye in. You just hope they do it again for F1 21. I don't I was about to say I don't know how old that sheet is, but it is actually for 2020, isn't it? Yeah, I don't know how they figured it out. I honestly don't know. Like, it's not like an algorithm in the game that they've just looked in the background, is it? I don't really know. Here's the standings, just so you guys are aware. So we actually gained on everyone. So Verstappen won last time, which means we've had 5 different winners, I think, so far. So 1, 2, 3, or is it 4? Am I going crazy? 1, 2. No, we're at 5. We're at 5. So Verstappen, Hamilton, Bottas, Gasly, and myself. So 5 different winners so far. It's been pretty good. So Verstappen won last time out, which meant that I think Ricciardo came second. So he's looking really quick as well, Daniel Ricciardo. But it meant we gained on everyone else around us in the championship still. So we're building a nice little buffer at the moment. And the volume up on the telly. Stevie, question. So Imola has been announced before the season starts. Do I think Codemasters will bother to put it in? I mean, even if they don't bother doing work on it, they've got a version of it from F1 2013, right? Not the right track layout, I guess, though. So my answer to that is I don't know. I'd like to say yes. I'd want them to. You'd think they would, right?
They're going to be logging some extra data during
They'd
this
be prepared for that, right?
But as we have some new parts, we'll just confirm they're performing to spec.
Isn't the same with Portimao? Isn't Portimao rumoured to come back as well? I mean, I wouldn't be surprised if Codemasters didn't bother. Is this the first edition of the game where EA are involved? I actually don't. I understood that they were attempting a takeover, but I don't know if that went through. I actually can't remember. I didn't read anything on it. Portimao hasn't been officially announced.
Right, try to nail as many corner gates as you can.
Yeah, so chances are they're probably not gonna. They're not gonna have that in the calendar again, in the game again. I don't envy them though. That's a tough decision to make though. Like, some tracks literally gonna have to build from scratch all over again. Wonder just how much work goes into it. Like into that kind of work. I just invest more resource into it. Maybe I'm speaking very naively about that. I mean, I have no understanding or no knowledge about how they would build a circuit in game. Not like they laser scan them, you know. And some circuits like Istanbul, you know, they've already got, you know, a baseline to go from. They could easily put Istanbul in the game just from a copy of 2011 and just reskinned it a little bit. That's all they needed to do. It reminds me of when in Forza Motorsport 3, I don't know if you guys will remember or were even around during that time, But when Forza 3 came out and Nürburgring GP came out, and you immediately could tell it was a new track because, or you could tell it was a DLC track because it just looked, the colouring was so off compared to the other circuits. It just looked well out of place. Crossed the barrier there. Got damage off though, right now. Messy lap so far. That was close to the wall. Yeah, but it's not like they muck about laser scanning or everything. No, they don't, exactly. So it's... So you would think, right, it would be easy. Well, not easy, you know, relatively speaking.
You obviously have a really good understanding of this circuit.
Like, I remember when 2010 came out, and they designed, like, Korea was created, like, through nothing. Korea wasn't a real thing at the time, that circuit didn't exist. And they had to get a circuit out for that season. A lot of understeer all over the place at the moment. They made Hanoi last year, it's very true. That's going in the bin. Like, they must have at least had in the back of their mind that what they would do for this year is like release some of the 2020 circuits just as a, like a, even if it was just like as a DLC thing. You know, like how they bring forward like the F2 cars from the year before. You would have thought maybe they would have at least considered adding some of the circuits from last year in, because I mean that would make their job a hell of a lot easier. Because say they were already planning to make Imola, Mugello, Portimao. But anyway, I'm not. Bottom line is I'm not expecting anything. But I would be pleasantly surprised if they added that in. Just got a feeling they probably won't know.
Great stuff. You've pretty much nailed this circuit. This is a really strong foundation to build from over the weekend.
Definitely understeering a lot at the moment. I know it's more to do probably with a hard tyre, but it doesn't really inspire confidence in these corners. Oh, I'm going to brake too late. Pretty... Waiting through that gate. Why did they why did they deny me that? Oh, why am I braking so late? Well, good news, we're ahead of Latifi. That's our target today. I couldn't believe I found a second in my time trial lap. It's all just under traction and all it, you know, through turning through the corner. Compared to the baseline setup, which is just trash. Unbelievable. It is actual hacks. I've done nothing. I've changed nothing to my driving style at all. It's just, it just fundamentally changes the car. Oh, shit. Did I not change the go live notification? No, I didn't. Hi Neil. Yeah, I know. I've just seen it. As soon as I saw you in the chat going, Monaco, no. Imagine if I was doing Monaco again. That would have subverted expectations right there. Shit. I didn't update it, did I? Another thing that I just can't wrap my head around. There's so many things that you have to do before you go live. I have to plug everything in. I have to make sure all the sound's correct. I have to make sure OBS is detecting all of my input devices. If I had a proper desk, right, and I wasn't sat in this makeshift studio right now, it wouldn't be such a big deal. But I have to plug everything in each time, and then when I'm done, I have to plug everything out again, and then have to do this and this and this and this, and I just forget sometimes. How you doing, Nil? I think it's just us three at the moment.
We need to be sure you can manage
Citizens on the YouTube stream.
So try to keep the radar through
On
each
and
corner.
off.
Be especially careful.
Did I call my bedroom a studio? I called it a makeshift studio, actually. Which technically is true. So... why are you hating on my bedroom? What time is tea tonight, Neil? You're going to be able to watch all of this. I'm being so delicate right now. I'm not even troubling the purple line at the moment. Bedroom and studio really shouldn't go together. This is working from home life now, Neil. I think you'll find that there are many people using bedrooms as studios these days. Oh, rush for the wall. That wasn't good. Wow. That's disappointing on both counts. Troubling, not even purple in the tyre wear. Oh, we're going to beat the Delta actually because I've just cranked up the engine, but rubbish.
Pace is good, and tyre wear was okay on the last lap.
How am I meant to do this? Literally nursing the car. My entry line to the second last corner is interesting. Yeah, it wasn't that good, was it? I've just gone straight on. Hang on. So who saw the esports race during the at the weekend? It was interesting. Now I didn't watch it live, but I saw some of the highlights. Man, what a mess! They should honestly just let proper professional league racers just race each other. Get a much better race out of that. I mean, I thought like sim racers had like way too much pride, but my god, real world drivers are just awful, aren't they? Just can't take a loss. Think back to like other sports people who play their own games as well. Like I can imagine like tennis players like playing and not taking it, like they just couldn't stand being lost, like losing to like people who aren't actually in the discipline. It's like a football though. If you go and play like FIFA against like the greatest FIFA player of all time, don't throw a hissy fit or like, you know, resort to dirty tactics. Like, some of the things that Lungard was doing to Jimmy Broadbent was so... was unreal. Like, most of the driving there, right, if they were racing in Legends Racing, right, I would be dropping a banhammer on them, like, no hesitation. It just makes a mockery of the whole thing. I remember, like, to be fair, there is like, just chuck all of them in like their own lobby and shit. And we didn't even have any of the big F1 names in there anyway, so what's the point? To be honest. Of course, I have experience with the banhammer. Exactly. That's why I'm explaining. No hesitation. Come on, save the tire. Right, we're in purple. Come on. I'm not gonna get. Am I gonna beat the Delta? Am I purple or not?
Okay, test complete, and that was a very good job.
Pretty close. I've experienced with the banhammer just on the other side. Wait, what? I've had experience on both sides. Citizen says poor Albon. Well, he's not a real driver. He's not an F1 driver anymore, is he? So technically true. He's not really a star. He was never a star of F1 anyway. But anyway. Anyway.
Our best lap so far is 1:42.2.
I didn't mean to go in on Albon there. When did I ban someone? Neil, Legends Racing, man. Audio. To be fair, it probably wasn't me handing out the bans. Actually, didn't I ban GoBand? So, I did have experience in banning people. Come on, man. Don't give me that. Don't do me dirty. I mean, Jordan used to be the ban hammer guy anyway. It's like a good cop, bad cop routine, you know. I was like the good cop, and Jordan was basically the bad cop. It just worked. I mean, to be fair, if you take all the drivers to a track like Austria, though, you're gonna get chaos there anyway. Like, it's so easy. Like, I think weren't they running like strict corner cutting as well? Like, not only can that track get abused by track extending, but those, like, even if you try and drive it cleanly, it's so hard to keep a clean lap anyway without like at least running your car off the like outside of the white lines as well. So there was just so many penalties on that leaderboard. Just made a mockery of the whole thing. I only remember you leaving the door for me to win Abu Dhabi in 2010. Oh man. Hey, you legit earned that win, you know, man. But I only needed to be there and really score points. That was it. I'm not mad. 10 years later, I'm not mad. Oh, right on the border again here. I think I'm going to be okay, though.
Program complete and a job.
Oh yeah, P17. Looking really good. Stevie never got the honour to ban those that you wanted. It's the hard thing is, suppose I thought it would be the most entertaining.
We think we may
I'll go to
see some
Austria.
rain. ETA is about 50
It's tough, isn't
minutes.
it? Imagine if the real world drivers actually treated sim racing like the way they would approach like a real race. That being said, Daytona was excellent. So, apart from I say that, I didn't mean like in terms of like organisation at the start when the servers all blew up for like 4 hours. But you know, it's so hard to take like a game like F1 seriously as an esport. Because it's just not punishing enough as well in some areas, and it's just a bit broken all over the place still.
98.4 miles per hour.
You just need something like iRacing. Pretty much it. It's the only game I would actually accept. Maybe Assetto Corsa, R-Factor 2. I mean iRacing all round, like in terms of accessibility and how easy it is to get into sessions and, you know, online racing and stuff. There's no competition, is there?
Efficiently, you use energy throughout the lap, the higher you will score. Use your overtake button for maximum power, but remember,
What are we doing?
drain
As
energy
management.
rapidly.
Why am I still doing this? I should have gone to FP2 there. iRacing has most of its shit together. Because it's now just like, I'm glad it's under the spotlight and, you know, more people are on board with it. You know, signing up and getting involved. I think that's great. But yeah, the servers need to, get their shit together in terms of server bandwidth. Like, what does this game need to be esports competitive or esports ready? Do you guys reckon? What do you think is missing? Oh my god, I'm almost hitting the wall there. I mean, for me, it feels like there's a couple of things really. I think the first thing is obviously netcode and server issues, like collision physics and things like that. They all just need like a massive overhaul. Proper spectator mode, says Neil. I mean, it's as good as it's ever been, but again, you know, compared to its competitors, Citizen says it needs to be a sim. I mean, it's true. That's the wall. Ignore that. Come on, get to the line. Should be good.
Okay.
Like, it just needs to be. It just can't put a word on it. Can't put a finger on it. I really don't know.
The session has drawn to a close.
For me, I don't touch online because there's no. It's hard to explain, isn't it? Yeah. Like I say, wheel to wheel just needs to be a better experience all round. Like, if people are going to take risks chucking it up the inside, there needs to be consequences for both sides. Not just people who are sending it up the inside, but people who might be blocking or defending badly. The words you're looking for are not shit. Just be not shit. Good advice. Does make me wonder what Codemasters are doing differently though. That iRacing have just made spot on. Why have I got a hard tyre here? I've got a hard tyre to use and not a medium. Did I use a second tyre in FP1? Maybe. Let's do a quali sim.
Don't worry about tyres, just give it everything. In this test, we want to make sure we can lap close to our rival's pace.
Like, imagine if the esports series, imagine if it was replaced by like AOR F1, like back in its glory day. you know, the pinnacle, in my opinion, of F1 racing. Would you watch that? I mean, people did, you know, when Fitzy made the highlights. Imogen's wielding a lightsaber, sorry, an umbrella around. She's not wielding a lightsaber and pretending it's an umbrella. What's more dangerous, do you reckon? Wielding an umbrella and pretending it's a lightsaber, or wielding a lightsaber and pretending it's an umbrella? What do you reckon? It's probably more dangerous to wield a lightsaber and pretend it's an umbrella, right? This is an atrocious lap. I mean, it doesn't feel like it's 1 second off the pace, but it feels, it's still bad. Middle part of this lap's been poor. But my god, I'm just losing time constantly. Just a 1.3 seconds off the pace at the moment. 1.5, just losing time, doing nothing wrong now. This is actually silly. This is actually just 1.4 seconds off right now.
Okay, test over, but I'm afraid we didn't get what we needed. We're gonna have to run it again.
That's the worst qualifying sim I've ever done. In terms of that time is so far off. But it was ahead of Max. Max done a lap. I was half a second quicker than him. Alright.
Our best laps.
Well, I'm not even going to bother re-attempting that because I've not got a second and a half in my pocket. Remember the time and compare it to the quali times. Alright, so we've done a 39.3 there. Bear in mind we're not on max engine setting at the moment either. So... 1:37.5 for... Oh right, the target time. Sorry. In the program. Where is it? 37.7. I'm almost inclined to just skip to the end now and just see what that looks like. No, let me do the race strategy first, and then I'll skip. I'll skip to FP3 after that. Right, so 1:37. 1:37.9 was green. 1:37.7 was the purple time. So let me just do these 3 laps, and then we'll skip, and we'll see just how far ahead that target time is. Yeah, maybe the quali times will end up there. But I'm hamstrung then because they've not given me the. I can't go up any higher. Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised if I'm in the, like towards the 37s as well. But I just don't have the engine performance right now to use that. Practice programs need a revamp. One of my least favourite sections on the whole calendar. That I don't understand why people like this track. The only It has no character except the castle section. I remember when this track first was announced, and I thought, I looked at that section, they showed a picture of that corner, and it looked so narrow. I looked at it, and my first thought was, is that even legal? To even run it like a part of the track that narrow? I always thought in the regulations there was like a point or a part that meant the track had to be X amount wide.
Great lap. You've nailed what we asked for. Keep it up.
I can barely fit a normal sized F1 car down there on its own, let alone side by side. Well, you won't go side by side anyway, but that's the point I'm trying to make. Like, what happens if a car actually crashes there and causes a red flag? And just blocks the entire road? Does everyone just have to sit there? Neil likes the section when you're on it. When you're in a rhythm. It's basically a hilly Singapore sling. Yeah.
Okay, super job so far. We're getting great data. Stay focused.
Still P2 in the standings, by the way. The boss has come down a lap, taking the top spot, but everyone else, we're not falling down the order yet. I am going to end up crashing there. Because what I tend to do when I get in a rhythm is I really start pushing the walls and getting as close as I can. That happens no matter where I go. If I'm feeling really comfortable, I really start trying to shave time at those corners. Which is a stupid thing to do. And end up just turning in a bit too early, and bang, it's going to spin me around. Guaranteed, it's going to happen. Okay, should be good here. Right, so what will happen with the AlphaTauris today? They're looking quite good in a straight line so far this season. This should suit them a treat, you think? Okay, right, 1:37.7, guys. Let's see what lap times these guys are doing at the end of the session.
And with all the cars now over the line, let's see
AlphaTauri.
Gasly, Hamilton, and Daniel Ricciardo. Sadly, it's time to say goodbye.
So they're all 1.3 seconds off their practice program as well. Right? That's okay. Happy with that. Pretty close between everyone. Top 10 separated by 3 tenths. It's pretty close. Ricciardo up there again, man. He's going to steal a win at some point. Where's Norris? Oh dear. Oh, he's on the medium though, so it doesn't matter too much. Yeah. So 1:37.7, right? So that fastest time was 1:39 flat.
Let's have your take on it.
Great.
You really went all out in practice today. Are you testing new components? Was today a good day for you? What was the secret ingredient for your performance today?
Who knows? Yeah, engine mode is making a big difference here. That it is. We don't get max at any point until it's qualifying time. Which isn't good. Okay. Just FP3 to do, I think. Don't even need to do it. I've done everything, I think. Might just do another run in the qualifying trim again. See if that target is any different. It doesn't look like it. Worth a try though. If I get around halfway around the lap and I'm already like 8 tenths off, I'm just going to return back. Tied with Lewis in a rivalry. Yeah, it's only been one race so far. He out-qualified me. To be honest, I was walking away in the race as well, and then Monaco happened. So it's just a matter of he out-qualified me in a race. He out-qualified me. I bested him in the race, and it's all tied. So only one race in. On that, I'm expecting to get trounced still, but we'll see how that goes. We just need to get qualifying sorted out, really. But that's something I feel that's out of my control a little bit. Oh, that's horrific understeer there. I'm going to carry on doing the lap. I'm going to carry on. Just so I've got a time on the board and I can compare it. Oh, that's... Lost a bit of time there. Just heading for the outside wall there at the castle. You know I said it in an old stream, but fastest lap in the rivalry is a joke. It actually is. It honestly truly is. Like, fastest lap is actually pointless, even in real F1, apart from the bonus point you now get, which has made it a little relevant. But it's not like we're stacking, like, we're not like comparing Lewis Hamilton to like Max Verstappen on fastest laps in real life. You know what I mean? No one actually cares. If they get a point, fine, that gets reported on, but no one actually gives a shit. If Max pitted 10 laps later and done a lap time 1 second faster.
We haven't hit our program targets. Come in and take a look at the data.
That's a pretty slow. No, that's slower than FP2 actually. That lap. It was messy though. Middle part of that lap was pretty poo.
So far, our fastest
Let's
is
see.
39.5.
Only 3 tenths quicker than Nick. Yeah, when do they ever say, oh, Albon got a faster lap than Verstappen, so he's a boss? Albon fans say that. No joke. Literally clutching at straws. That is the point of the fastest lap. It's so people can look at it and go, oh, well, at least he got fastest lap, or a faster lap than driver X.
It's time to remind ourselves of our top three, who are Verstappen, Ricciardo, and Daniel Kvyat.
Once again, no one in the 37s yet.
This is officially over. Until next time.
Ricciardo's up there still, again, by the way. Albon probably never did that. He never got a fastest lap over Max. Well, Max retired a hell of a lot. What? Look at the Ferrari boys representing 18th and 19th. Looking real good. Yeah, we done a poor lap there, so we're going to find time, hopefully, in qualifying. They do need a tweak that practice program, especially qualifying though. That's a joke, honestly. There's not a chance in hell. Not even top esports driver of all time would have got near that. Or maybe they would have, but like, would they have beaten it? Who knows? I'm about 1.5, 2 seconds off the top times normally on the leaderboards. So maybe they would have, but that's still stupid. Be interesting to see the delta if you did a qualifying lap that wasn't on max engine and versus a lap that was. True. But you see a big difference immediately, honestly. Let's qualify anyway. It's guaranteed. I bet it's way over a second, especially as well. The energy plays a big part. But I imagine max engine as well really steps it up a level as well. Looks a bit overcast. I don't think it's going to rain. No, just cloudy, isn't it? No rain for the race either. Not had a wet race so far. Not a wet session at all. We've had some practice sessions that are wet, but not a full a full wet or even a wet qualifying or race yet. Hang on. I want to make sure I've got everything set up. I think I have. Yep, sweet. Right then, let's get our predictions in. Where do we reckon? We're looking okay, I think. Practice times we're kind of in touch. But I mean, there's like 10 drivers who are also in touch as well. So it needs to be clean. It needs to be a good one. We're a 6th at Monaco. For reference as well, we also got pole position here last year on 100% AI. We're on 108 now, which is meant to match our abilities a bit better, apparently. Neil goes with 5. P5. Jazera, hi buddy. He's got the faith. He reckons P1. A bit wide there. It's not going to be P1 this lap. The middle part of the lap that's been untidy so far. So it needs to be good. Oh, very close to the wall there. .37.5 for Seb. So Seb was in 19th and now has released the sandbags. He's ahead of Kvyat, who was up there. So Seb, quite obvious. Wow, that's yep, so Ferrari have all of a sudden come alive. Illegal engine modes at it again. Quiddles is going for the P11 dream. He wants the strategic advantage. Not that there's much of an advantage in, at this track, I don't think. Good end to the lap. Penultimate corner was clean. Like, just kissed the apex and left plenty of room on the outside of the wall. P3 for now. Obviously a lot more cars to cross the line yet. That's okay. That's alright. We'll take that. Down to 5th at the moment. Gasly, here he is. Gasly's back with a vengeance. In the stream title.
During a pit stop, you can tell me what you want over the radio.
I think we're all backing Gasly today, right?
Activate the system, and you can
Engine is strong. Sergio Perez, P2.
radio screen that will appear on the multifunction
This is going to be mad. It's going to be wild.
Cycle through command groups with the MFD button.
Ricardo, purple sector 1, by the way. So that bodes well for straight line speed as well. I honestly don't know who's going to do this.
So far,
Saying that, it'll be Lewis Hamilton, probably. That's my prediction. With his rivalry buff. Okay, so let's check the sectors. So sector 1 is pretty bad. 4 tenths, almost. 3.5 tenths off Gasly. Sector 3 is not bad though, comparatively. Considering it's a massive buck off straight line.
We're second in the speed trap.
So, you know.
204.5 miles per hour.
Middle sector, yeah. Okay. Let's do another lap because we're 3 tenths off and we're sliding down the order here. Gasly and Perez front row though, how about that? Ted, thanks for the follow. Appreciate that. Here we go. So where in that first sector am I losing the time? It can't just be straight line speed. Can't just be losing 4 tenths just for holding the trigger. Did we make any obvious mistakes? I actually can't remember. Here we go then. Little wide on the apex, but didn't touch the outside curb too much there. Not that clean. Out of turn 2. Too much curb. The slow button is on. So, oh yeah, there it is. Oh, it was this corner, wasn't it? Yeah. Too deep on the brakes there. As clean as I'm going to go through the castle section now. Right, this part was already really good. That wasn't that good.
We've only got 2 laps of fuel left.
Yeah, a bit wide there. Oh shit. I'm being so careful not to scrub off speed through that corner. No, I almost just planted that in the wall. It's not working out, this one. Pretty much identical time there, but not good enough. Need some more. Need to find more. Because they're gonna find more. We're gonna be down in 11th. Quiddle's called it already. I've already been cursed to 11th place. Charles Leclerc! He was 19th in FP3. What? George Russell's in 10th. This is... I don't know. I don't know what's going on. I don't know. Lewis Hamilton's in 13th. What? What is going on? Hamilton's just lurking. He's just waiting. He's just waiting to pull the pin. Shit. Need to get a tow. Like I say, last sector's good. Last sector's really good. Like, we're only a 10th off, or just under 2 tenths off the best in Kvyat. Right, let's go out anyway. I need to get out. I'm gonna go and I'm gonna drive out so I don't get caught in traffic. I'm about to get caught in traffic though, so watch this. Drive out for the last run. Already on it, pal. There's at least 3 tenths there. It's the it's that first sector, isn't it? It's just, it's a little bit lacking on traction out of some of the corners. We know turn 2 was pants. Everyone's all come out ahead of me. A Ferrari is so confident that they're not coming out, it looks like. Oh, Neil's going for food, unbelievable. Turn 3 in the brakes. Oh, it's this corner here, isn't it? Yeah. Little wide. Castle section was really good on the last lap. What? No, ignore that. I wasn't looking at the screen there. Oh, we're coming out of the traffic. Thing is, I don't really want to be following traffic for the rest of the lap as well. So there's no point getting a tow until the last sector, really. I'm not going to catch them anyway now, but... Okay, it's got to be a good one, because we're on the brink here of, well, outside the top 10 at the moment. Neil, I'll see you later. I think I already said bye. Get out of here! Here we go. Too deep. Do gain time, but that just goes to show how bad that corner was on my best lap. It's not the lap time that we wanted, or it's not the gain that we wanted in that first sector. Right, it's this corner as well. Probably a bit early on the apex there. Slight improvement at the moment. 37 flat. I'm not finding 7 temps. That was a really bad corner again. Lock up and everything. Oh my god. This is not good. Bottas is in 10th right now. It's not an improvement. It's not going to happen. It's not even 11th. Did they really gain that much just from a tow? Or I believe it, but I mean they're all spread out. They weren't like drafting each other along. Didn't go well, did it? Didn't go well.
With qualifying finished, it's time to remind ourselves of our top.
What a fucking top 5 that is!
And Lando
Just look at that for a second.
All that remains is the main
Just look at that grid.
and uninterrupted for the Grand Prix tomorrow. So make sure you join us.
Top 10 separated by 2.5 temps. I guess on the flip side, even if I gained 3 temps, it wasn't going to put me in the top 10 there. That was actually ridiculous. I mean, we're better than De Vries. That's the thing, we're better than De Vries. So it's not like... I don't think I'm way outperforming the car here, you know? Is the car just this bad here? I tell you, this race is going to be mental. Norris from out of nowhere. We've been bigging up Ricciardo this whole time. And Norris has just stuck it up there in 3rd. Gasly? Gasly's not even the lead AlphaTauri here. What happened? What happened? I don't even know how to explain that qualifying, so Less said. The only way to go is forward. It's not even as if Hamilton bossed it either. That's actually insane. Like, no Mercedes in the top 5 there. Think about that. No Mercedes in the top 5. Actually nuts. I honestly can't tell you how this race is going to unfold. There's going to be like 7 wide every lap. It's that close.
That's not exactly ideal, but there's no points for Saturday. Keep a cool head and make up for it in the race.
It just makes me laugh because this race last season we walked. We started on pole and we led start to finish. And this time, lots of send opportunities. That's very true. Let's jump in.
And a warm welcome to you from Azadlik Square, heart of Baku and home, of course, to the Azerbaijan Grand Prix. With high speeds, tight corners and few runoff zones, many are expecting a safety car here today, so our drivers will have to stay very much on their toes and hopefully away from the barriers. Baku City Circuit then, an unpredictable 3.7-mile track around the streets of the Azerbaijan capital. It's time to see how our drivers are stacking up after yesterday's exciting qualifying session. Max Verstappen put in a fantastic lap yesterday, and he starts from pole position. And Daniel Kvyat lines up alongside. Considering the rest of the
I'm still a little stunned, really,
Norris,
by this grid.
Gasly, Alexander Albon, and Leclerc, Hamilton, Vettel, Ricciardo, and Valtteri Bottas, Perez, and a Racing Point, George Russell, and Giovinazzi, Magnussen, Stroll,
Unreal.
Nick De Vries, and Carlos.
We were closer probably to the back of the grid
Nicholas Latifi.
than pole.
Which of these talented drivers will come out on top today?
Okay, let's see what the strat is.
Now that we've got some points on the
Yeah, so now we're at the top 10. They're just going, right, one stop it.
finish.
So it makes sense, right? They're going to be in early and they're going to be stuck in traffic. These, I'm pretty sure you can do a one stop just on. You can go soft to hard. Anyway, that's generally the soft tire strategy. But what tends to happen is those that obviously stop early on the soft tire are stuck behind cars. I mean, it's easy to pass around here. But when you're stuck in like big trains of cars, it's generally a little trickier than that. So they get stuck in traffic. So what then happens is the medium runners can keep going a little bit. So we're all one stopping, I think. It's just dependent on what tyre we start on, really. I think the medium will do us fine, really. Obviously, it will just allow us to go further in the race as well. We're going to be one of the few guys, you know, we're going to be towards the front as well. I imagine 11th and 10th are going to be on. Sorry, 11th's probably going to be on the medium as well. So yeah, mix it up a little bit. So let's do that. Stevie wants a two-stopper. Nah, it's not going to happen. I just need a quick break. Just to, you know, shed some weight off. Quick wee break, and I'll be back. One sec. Alright, this is it. We all back? Hope so. Okay. That's agreed. We're all going to one stop, yeah? No 2 stops, please. Okay, let's do it. Oh, let's fucking do it. Whoa, 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 whoa. Got fucking punted there. Hang on, let me just rewind that. Fucking... I got multiplayer lobbied by someone. Who was it? Fucking hell. Giovinazzi, I think it was. Hang on, let's just... Fucking what a move, Gio. But it was a good start, and then Giovinazzi just did that. Oh my fucking god, Sainz. What is going on? They're all just sending it on each other. Alright, go around the outside here. Please don't send it. If that was damage on, we'd all be dead right now. Be a safety car right there. I'm being out-ascended. We're gonna have to correct that then, aren't we? Send into the castle section. Maybe not. I'm not brave enough. Sainz and Gio though need to be punished, don't they?
Let's focus now for the rest of the race.
Oh my word, they are slow here. Ultra defensive from Sainz. See ya. He's got no energy left. Poor guy. That was a horrific opening 2 corners there. Alright, so Perez is our immediate guy, isn't he, on the medium? So again, he's the one that stands to gain a lot here. Gio's just blitzed him though. What happened? Oh well, we qualified 12th, so we're already, you know, down where we should be anyway. But Giovinazzi dive bombed that literally careered into the back of me, punted. So we're just making up lost ground for that right now. And we had a good launch actually. We got ourselves into I think 10th, and then everyone literally behind me just sent it. The 2 Mercs are holding everyone up here. Oh my god, Perez back at Gio. Oh, this is going to be just... I told you it's going to be 7... Oh my god, it's 7 wide into the castle. Fucking Hamilton and Seb. Guys. God, they've really just broken us up from the rest of the pack. I mean, Gio's on a soft tyre as well, so I would expect he's going to push up. You would expect him to. Alright, so Lewis Hamilton is the bottleneck. Didn't think I'd be saying that today. Oh, Leclerc's bad here. Well, Hamilton qualified 7th, and Bottas was 10th, I think. But they were only 2/10 off of pole. That's how close it was.
DRS is being enabled this lap. We can use DRS.
So all we can predict is that this race is going to be fucking mad. Perez coming back again.
The car behind is
Come on, drag him! Drag him! His tyres must be gone. Oh my god, Geo's gone defensive. The fuck is going on? Perish has mugged him right off! Oh my... Guys, please! Please! Run the outsides, keep it. Oh my god! I don't know what the fuck's going on! Get past. We're ahead, we're ahead, we're ahead. Right, so we're the lead guy on medium now. My god, there is so much ground to make up though, because everyone is just fighting so hard. Geo's trolling me. There's no other explanation for this. And we've got to contend with DRS now in a second. Actually, we should be okay. We've just pulled a gap. So I'm confident if we're in a gap, we should be okay. But it's just when they all start doing silly things like what we've just been seeing for the past lap. Okay. And we're going to get DRS as well. That's helpful. They fight me so hard. Piss off. Did I watch the trailer for Mass Effect? I very briefly did, yes. I've not been able to take in all the details yet. All I know is I'm very excited. I don't need to see any of the details. I've seen the game before. I just assume it's in 4K now. Job done. I bet it looks... Well, it looks amazing anyway. What are they doing with Mass Effect 1? Is it just a literal remake? Or have they updated the engine and the physics around that? I mean, don't care either way. I'm still going to play it to death. Right, so our saving grace here is going to be when the soft tyre runners all stop and they get held up behind the medium runners. Really, that's where we're going to gain our time. Hopefully. Just we're going to end up on the hard tyre the same as them. Right, Geo should be a slam dunk here. You're not terrorising anyone anymore. Italian Jesus. Yeah.
Nice work, that brings you up a place. Gap to car in front is 2.6 seconds.
Oh, good deep on the brakes. We're all good. No surprise when we're going into the corner at like Mach 5. Right, let's get on with it, shall we? So the two Mercedes, well, Hamilton looks like he's gapped Bottas a tiny bit, so he's closing back up on the lead pack there. Isn't AlphaTauri leading this race? I think AlphaTauri are actually leading this. If that's Kvyat, that means we're going to get another winner. I mean, I'm going to jinx it, but are we going to get another race winner? What a season this has been so far, from a winning standpoint. Lots of different winners so far. What a great season. Fucking hell, that was almost in the barrier. Yeah, making good ground on these guys as well, it looks like. Oh my god, Phil's just posted a massive list. Alright, hang on, I need to get on a straight or pause the game. Let me try the straight first. Russian base intensifies. I think it is Kvyat, because he was ahead of Verstappen. Sorry, he was on the front row with Verstappen. Okay. Well, looking at the list, it's definitely got a few improvements for gameplay. No class-based weapon type stuff. Mako's got improved controls. Okay. So just quality of life updates rather than a complete physics overhaul, it sounds like. Which is cool. Oh my god, slightly in the barrier that. Can Geo just disappear? Please. Geo's the real dark horse here in this race. He's got good speed. And again, we're catching these two up. A Mercedes and a Ferrari. This must be awful for them. These are all good tweaks to what you're listing here, Phil. When is it being released? Have they announced a release date for Mass Effect yet? May 14th. Oh, that's exciting. Yes, can't wait for that. Right, when are these guys coming in? They must be soon. Now Alpha Tauri's pulling away, by the way, guys. I thought, oh shit. I'm not looking at the screen. This is why I need damage off, because I'm stupid. Right, we've got a Merc in. That's Hamilton. No, Hamilton's in. He's the first one in. Going for an undercut there.
Okay, you're in the top 10.
And I mean, in his position, why the hell not, I guess. Losing the front tyres a bit here. It's not feeling too great. Don't know why. Tyres are on. Tyres are gone. 14%. Oh my god, that was the most Bono moment I've ever had. A real Bono moment. Kvyat and Gasly are too powerful. I tell you, where is Gasly in all this? He's stuck between the McLarens, it looks like. Right now I'm assuming it's Gasly that's behind and not ahead. Gasly could well be ahead. You never know. He is that kind of driver this season. Is there an engineer option that would let me ask who the race leader is? Fucking get off the walls, man. Really struggling with the fronts. Okay, let's It gives me all these details about fastest lap and best lap and all that. Doesn't tell me who the race leader is though. No option for that. I'm losing the car. I don't understand what's going on. Like the rear tyres are just going there. Are they like that off balanced or something and the front tyre's just not getting enough temperature in? That's what it almost feels like. Like the rear tyres are imbalanced in the higher speed corners. Vettel's in. Right, so a lot of guys are coming in now.
In first place.
Oh, Kvyat's in first place. There we go. Didn't even need to say anything in the end. It feels like the fronts aren't working in the slow speed corners and the rear tyres are too sensitive in the high speed. Use DAS. Weave on the straights. Where is the DAS mod? Push in the right analog stick to deploy DAS.
Leclerc ahead. The gap to the car ahead is 5.3 seconds. They're on old softs. Their tyres are 7 laps old. We think they've got...
Pulling away from Gio.
The time last lap was a 1:43.6. You're dropping back by around 0.2 each lap. Our gap to the car in front is 4.4 seconds.
I think it's hard to catch up with these guys because they're all dragging each other along, aren't they? Everyone's in though. So at least we're going to lead the race for a bit. It is Kvyat, the race leader. Danny Kvyat. Oh, I hope he has a good stint here. I hope he can get through the traffic okay. Oh, he's come out third, you know. You know what? He's fine. He's got Verstappen a second behind him. It's fine. Yeah, he's in a strong spot then. Barring a massive commentator's curse. He's even got a gap to Max. Look at that gap. 2.5 seconds clear, man. In before Kvyat breaks down. It's gonna happen there, isn't it? That AlphaTauri is unreliable as shit. So much text in the Twitch chat. Hang on, let me get on the straight again. Remember when they put the voice in for Kimmy's Leave Me Alone, I Know What I'm Doing? New one is you get the engineer's attention by saying Bono. It's true. You should be able to name your engineer. You know, like how you can get like your Amazon Echo working by, you know, calling her Alexa? Which has just triggered mine by doing that.
Losing a small amount of time to the
I just shout Bono into the microphone. It'll come up. Little wide there. Perez still holding on here. I would have thought it would be a breeze for Kvyat to get past there.
Perez is behind you. The gap behind us is 3.9 seconds. They're on old mediums. Their tyres are 9 laps old. We think they've got one more stop. The time last lap was a 1 minute 42.5.
I think this is the first race so far that I just haven't really focused on the lap times too much. I'm asking for updates, but it's just going through in one ear and out of the other at the moment. Really don't know how my pace is looking at the moment. It's just, I've just felt a bit lost so far. I think I'm still shell-shocked from qualifying. And Giovinazzi's antics. I don't know how we're getting on against the midfield here.
No tyre concerns at the moment. Just focus on the driving.
We're coming out in 17th, it looks like. That's not good. 17th looks a bit... Oh no, it's just changed to 16th. Okay, so we must be right at the tail end of that group at the moment. Ricciardo's ahead of Verstappen. Everyone. Ricciardo the mad lad. Wait, he wasn't even the lead McLaren in qualifying. Honestly, they've made Ricciardo some kind of beast. They've made Ricciardo some kind of beast. And right, so Ricciardo is the threat then. So it's Kvyat, Ricciardo, Verstappen, top 3. Really, on the road. So really, we could have a new winner. Not just Kvyat, but Ricciardo. I told you he was going to win a race. It could be this one. The way it's going at the moment. Yellow flag.
Okay, clear.
Someone's breaking down. It's Verstappen. I'm on standby for a safety car here. He looks okay. There's one retirement.
We're going to box this lap. Push hard on the in-lap. Gap to teammate behind is 9.0.
I thought for a moment it was going to be Kvyat. Kvyat's up to second now. I.e. net race lead. I mean, he's been race leader anyway, but he's past Perez. Free's looking solid as well. Yeah, but when we all pit in a second and it all filters out, it was, depends where he ends up. Right, we're going to come out 14th apparently. But let's not forget that there's some other guys behind us that are also going to stop in a second. So I honestly don't know where we're going to come out. Hopefully ahead of at least one of the Mercedes. I want to be in that little group. I can spot the Mercedes, the Ferrari, there's a Red Bull there. If we can get into that group, because the lead group is just, well, it's Kvyat and Ricciardo, and then everyone else behind them. Very deep. Just crashing so often today. Pushing really hard at the moment. Alright, let's stop then. Tyres are still in good shape, to be fair. Fucking hell. That's how you do it, boys. Ricciardo 5 podiums in 2021. He's calling it. Shazera with a bold claim there.
Go. Exit now.
The car's got to be good though, hasn't it? But you know what? I'm with you. Imagine if he did win.
Was our last stop.
We're pretty good. Would be pretty good.
Stops.
Anyone alongside? I think we're good. Oh, we're in the points. We're actually ahead of Hamilton. Where the fuck am I going? I'm rewinding that. I'm not focused at all. Where the hell did I brake there? Hang on. I broke in the same spot. I'll try again. There we go. I wasn't even using DRS, that's true. Hang on, I need a lap just to get up to speed here. I have no idea what I'm doing. There's a reason I don't league race anymore. Because I'm old and senile now. I just can't remember what to do. Forgotten how to drive. Right, so there's a Haas on the road I think that's going to stop as well, that I can see. De Vries is going to come in as well. So we've put ourselves in a good position here. Why is the diff at 100? Because that is the setting that was used on time trial. So you're right, the diff has it's been at 50% normally for other races. I questioned it as well. It was at 100 for this track for some reason. So
Nick is coming in for a stop.
it has made turning a bit weird. I don't understand why it's not on 50%. Maybe because it's too oversteering. Who knows? Don't question the setup gods, man. Well, do we think Alonso will win a race next year? So Stevie asked me, I think, I think last year now, towards the end of last year, for like predictions for this year, and I said that I think Alonso would win a race. Like, he asked me to go on record and make a bold claim, and my bold claim was that I thought Alonso would win a race. So I'm hoping he wins as well. Not because I want him to, but because I need it to happen now that I've made that claim. I don't like making predictions normally. I just like seeing what happens and enjoying it. But no, I've got something riding on it now. I've got my professional reputation. Not really doing anything at the moment here. It would have to be a Merc, Red Bull, Aston Martin or McLaren. Citizen doesn't think it will happen. You gotta look at where Renault were though at the end of last year. I mean, Ricciardo was putting it up there, you know, so you'd think that, you know, with another winter of development, they'll make a step, you know, they'll get closer and closer. I think they were like most improved team, weren't they, last year, in terms of the gap to the front. Renault looked good. They did look good at some tracks. That's why I think Alonso could do it. Like, there's not many other drivers on the grid that I would trust to get in a wheelie bin and drag it to a podium. Alonso could probably do that. They need a strong performer. They need a consistent performer, and they've got that in Alonso now. So, if anyone stands a chance outside of the establishment of winning a race, it'll be him. Oh my god, that's a lock-up. Right, Gasly's holding us up here now, so I imagine sparks are going to fly in a second. Just so you guys are aware, Kvyat is leading, Ricciardo's second, and Norris is third right now. How's that for a podium? This is the main fight though. Looks like the top three have broken away. So really, this is a fight for fourth right now. I'm expecting Bottas to clear Gasly here. Shit. I didn't touch that wall, I swear. It's happened so many times. I'm just gonna have to run with it now. Can't pretend that damage isn't off anymore. Oh, here goes Bottas. I'm trying to look at chat while racing.
Okay, you're catching the car ahead, but remember we need to get to the end of the race on these tyres.
Fuck right off. These are younger than everyone's tyres around me. We're going for it. Where do I think Ferrari will be this year? No idea. Round the outside? Go on, babe. Oh my god. Yep, we're good, we're good, we're good. Forgot how to speak for a second there. Where do I think Ferrari will be? Good question. Honestly, good question. Like, that midfield fight looks unreal. Which is just a shame, because it's overshadowed by Mercedes absolutely wrecking the rest of the field at the moment still. I'm fully expecting Mercedes to turn up and just be like a full 8 tenths quicker than Red Bull again. It will happen. They've been developing that car since like August. They had a head start on everyone. Nice outside send. There we go. We've got an overtake. Finally. Ferrari have already played down their chances. They started playing down their chances last year. They said it's going to take 2 years to get out of their slump.
Okay, gap ahead is 1.5 seconds.
But I was reading earlier in the winter that their engine, I think, I must have read it. I think I did. That apparently they'd been making gains with their power unit again. Should I put £400 on Hamilton to win the championship? Why are you asking me? If I told you yes, he would announce tomorrow that he's not signing the contract with Mercedes again. So I'm saying nothing. Stop trying to put me up to these things. I can't make predictions for you or predict the future. I'm not some sage. I have no idea what I'm talking about. Citizen thinks Ricciardo with a McLaren and a Mercedes engine has a better chance of getting a result than Alonso in the Renault. Yeah. So that's a yes. I'm not being held responsible for that. I know I'm an influencer now, but I did not say that. I mean, don't get me wrong, I'd rather Ricciardo win a race than Alonso. I think they're both going to be good stories, but I'd much rather Ricciardo win, just for preference. Are we catching Norris up here? Fucking what happened there? Rear end just went. I'm replaying that just to show what happened there. I had ERS deployed. That's no reason for the car to just like do what it just did there. Fuck happened? I'm so confused. That's the freeze. No, that's me. Sorry. I can't do cameras. There we go. It just went on turning. Anyway, carry on. Here comes Leclerc. We need new winners.
In front is 1.7 seconds.
Sainz will win a race so long as he stays at Ferrari. They'll get back to winning ways at some point.
You're dropping a second a lap to the car behind.
And I rate Sainz enough that he'll do it as well. If that car was competitive, he would definitely be winning a race this year. Norris will get his chance as well. I hope he's as quick as Ricciardo. I'm keen to see how it all plays out now.
Kvyat has the lead.
Mazepin to win in Sochi. That all just went a bit quiet, didn't it? The whole Mazepin thing. Are we all just ignoring that now? I mean, there's not really much we can do, really, when you think about it. Right, turn off ERS. There we go. It's like a quick, snappy turn. It just lost the rear end.
We're starting to catch the car in front, but we need to look after the tyres. We won't be making another pit stop.
Isn't it depressing to know the F1 season's still like just under 2 months away? Like Mercedes announced their car launch is in a month's time, and that's like just a month too late still in my eyes. In a normal time, it's around these times that you know we'd start to see the cars starting to be released now. You know, end of January, beginning of February. And now the latest start just means that we're just not going to see them for a bit. At least we got to have the cars unveiled last year before the COVID took over the world. We had some cars to look at least. Got nothing like that at the moment. Oh my god, one thing we haven't talked about yet. What's happened to Sebastian Vettel? Like, genuine question. When I first saw that picture of his seat fitting, I thought it was a photoshopped image. I thought someone has photoshopped like Heisenberg's head to the top of Vettel. Just, what happened there? Phil says Ferrari happened. Yeah.
1.5 seconds.
I couldn't believe it. I looked at it and I was just like, I don't know. I felt so weird about it. One of the most blurst images I've ever seen. Is he getting a hair transplant?
We're leading our teammate
Apparently there was a comment saying that apparently that's what you do before you get a hair transplant. You shave the top of your head like the way he did. So he had an old man haircut. What? Like, if you're going bald, you'd cut the whole thing off, right? You just embrace it and just go, fuck it. Shave the whole lot off. Must be a hair transplant, right? He'll come back in the season and he'll have like a full lock of hair. 2010 style. I think he can afford it. Yeah, probably. You think? Not on his shit Aston Martin salary. Right, I'd like to make a little bit of ground up on Bottas here. I've got only a couple laps to get rid of this. We're pulling away from Leclerc again, which is fine. After that mistake at the beginning, a couple laps ago. Start closing in.
We advise moving to mix 2, fuel to mix 2.
Right, switch off the before you turn. Fucking no, still went. That has to do with the diff, right? The diff is just look, is at a ridiculous setting right now. Never felt the car behave like that before. Wonder if we can steal fastest lap. With a tactical overtake on Bottas down the main straight. Citizen thinks he looks like an old F1 driver. It's true. It's actually true. He's dressing up like an old man to, because that's all you see. That's you're right. You're absolutely right. Aston Martin's an old man's car, so he's just, it's a corporate image. That is so true. He's just dressing up like a 50s driver, just to, yeah. Good idea. Can't wait to see Lance shave his head too. Hang on, James asked a question. I'm going to get on the straight first. It sounds important. Even though we're so close to Bottas, but that can wait. Let me get past these corners. Right, okay. You have a team, and you can only pick 2 drivers who haven't won a race. Who do I pick? George Russell.
You've lost some time to the car behind.
And good question. I was gonna say Sainz. I think a couple of people have just said Sainz. Yeah, probably Sainz as well. I think I said a long time ago, but when Rosberg retired, first of all, I wanted Sainz in the Mercedes. Like, no one was calling for it, but I was going, yeah, it'd be nice if Carlos Sainz was in that Mercedes seat. Yeah, because he stacked up very favourably against Max in the Toro Rosso. But I would have Russell win over Norris. Anyway. Now that we've seen what Russell's capable of. I mean, granted, Norris hasn't really had his chance yet. But he will.
Kvyat's out in front.
Mazepin and Raganathan. Ban that guy. No blasphemy in this chat, Quiddles. Using the Lord's name in vain. And that's Raganathan, by the way, just want to clarify. Not Mazepin. Oh, we're on the brink here, aren't we? We're close. Need to save a bit of fuel though, because we're burning a fair bit down that back straight. Why is Leclerc in the pits? Oh no, he's not. He's just been overtaken by people.
Fuel remaining.
Since when has Gasly been closing this gap behind us? I swear he's been closing that gap. And Perez is there still as well. So they've got past Hamilton somewhere. Jeez, Hamilton's had the worst race. Like, legit as well. It's not like he's had a problem or anything. He's just been terrible. VTEC kicked in for Norris. For Gasly, sorry. Come on. That worked out quite well, actually. Hang on, there's more chat going on. I need to catch up. Oh, Bottas, we've got a bit squirrely there. Right, come on, come on, come on, come on, come on, come on. This is it. Blitz past them.
Good job, nice overtake.
Alright, can we hold it? Behind the guys behind us now. I think we should be fine. We should be safe from Gasly, right? Should be. Right, hang on. There's a lot of chat here. I just need to catch up real quick. Hang on. Because this is a subject I wanted to talk about. Or wanted to get involved in. My favourite thing, hang on, Stevie wrote, so my favourite thing about the Russell hype and the entire Sakir weekend and all is the idea that Esteban has been completely overlooked. Everyone talking about Merck's seat being Bottas versus Russell, but Ocon could be in there as well. Ocon is, see, if it was a couple years ago, I would have been, yeah, I agree. Like, you know, the time when Ocon was with, you know, against Verlaine and he was in Racing Point with Perez as well. And since he disappeared and came back,
We have 2 laps of fuel.
I don't think he's not been the same, has he? I think he had some flashes of his old self this season, or this season just gone. But he's not done enough, has he? Really? I don't think. Like, he needed his chance a little earlier. Yeah, I worry it's going to be like another Hulkenberg situation, really, for Ocon. I do worry a little bit Harry will stack up against. This is his season now. Like, if he's not stacking up against Alonso, I don't care if Alonso's had like 3 years out. But if he's not matching it, or at least, you know,
We think you're going to start losing
giving him
some time.
or beating him, then that's pretty much it, isn't it, really? I think Russell's done enough to shine through. Granted, one weekend. It's a bit harsh, though, to say that, you know, one weekend just makes it. But yeah, it's just the way the sport is, isn't it? Right place, right time. Ocon is the next Van Dorn for Alonso. It's quite a scary thought, isn't it? Van Dorn was well rated as well before he joined. Remember that first race he had and got you know, nicked a point for McLaren in the car that they were driving. He done so good on his debut as well. Such a shame. Right, we're in trouble here. Bottas is still keeping up. I need a half lap of just absolute focus just to get out of the DRS if I can. Leclerc, Perez and Gasly are having a right old scrap behind. It was Gasly in 6th half a lap ago, then it changed to Perez and now it's Leclerc again.
Kvyat's in first place.
Fucking hit the wall. Yeah, that's gonna lose me time. Stoffel is the saddest story. It's true, man.
Okay, gap ahead is 2.3 seconds.
I like how you guys didn't mention K-Mag in any of this as well. No one went for K-Mag. Oh, I brushed the wall a little bit. Because K-Mag had pedigree as well. Real shame we had to lose him at the end. Right, Bottas, I think we're safe. I think we're going to be okay.
This is your final lap.
Well, for one straight at least, anyway. Right, last lap. Ricciardo's catching Kvyat, but it's not going to be enough. It looks like, unless Kvyat has the worst half a lap of his career.
There's only 1 lap of fuel remaining.
Even worse than Torpedo at China. Right, we should be good. Come on, just keep it on the road. This is weird fighting for 4th place. Oh my god, I broke way too deep there. Somehow survived. He's close, isn't he? Come on, this has got to be clean. He's pretty close. Man, Ricciardo was so close to Kvyat there. Kvyat won the race. Think about that for a moment. I think we're just, yeah, we're good. 4th place. Good race. That was
Care of the car on the way in.
strange race, really. We just ran our own strategy, really, and just ended up here. Bit lucky with Verstappen's retirement. Still all right. Beat Hamilton legit. It's the one thing that bugged me about Van Dorn. Like, he's like the exception to the rule, really, where, you know, he won GP2 in pretty much his first full season. So normally when you do that, you've got to be a pretty high quality driver. Like, everyone else that's ever come through that category and won it the first time have turned out to be class or highly rated. Like Rosberg, Hamilton, Hulkenberg, Leclerc. Why is Van Dorn not held in that regard? As he had that horrific time at McLaren. It's just, yeah. It doesn't, it grates me a little bit as well. Like, I just wish he had a slightly better run of things. Obviously, that's not to discount Alonso, who's been quality as well. Right, let's see the order.
So let's review the updated driver's standings.
Ricciardo was only a second behind at the end. That is, he will get that win. He will get that win. He came from 9th to 2nd. That's insane. He's so good. Yeah, wrong place, wrong time for Van Dorn, wasn't it?
It's time to see how things are shaping up in the Constructors' Championship. Mercedes continues.
Well, here's your grid then, or your result. Danny Kvyat won the race.
As they make their way up the standings.
AlphaTauri, they're just too good, aren't they? Well, Gasly did drop down the order, 8th in the end. It's literally a lottery here at Baku. If you start up front, you've got a good shot of doing well if you can pull away. If you're swamped and caught up in that midfield battle, anything can happen. You look how mixed the grid actually is jumbled up here as well. So I started 12th, Bottas was 10th. Leclerc and all that stayed exactly in the same place, but People all in different spots. De Vries went from 17th to 12th. He wasn't far off. Actually, he was about 10 seconds off the point there. Never mind. But, yeah. Good race. Good race for us, anyway. Couldn't do better than that. Pretty much maxed out what we could do. Alex still barely gets a point. Yeah, out-qualified Mercedes and then got out-raced by both of them. Sad times. Only a point for Red Bull there. Obviously, they lost Max there in the middle of that race. Ricciardo with the fastest lap. Again, it's one of those races where our championship rivals or our direct competitors are behind us still, which is quite strange to think. That's 2 races in a row now. Especially this one. Like, I would consider Max to be a rival if he hadn't retired so often so far. Same with AlphaTauri. Like, Ricciardo, that's 2 second places in a row. So, he's looking strong as well. So, I honestly couldn't tell you who the rival is. I think Hamilton's obviously the rival, but he's had just the worst race today. Right, let's see the standings then. So we actually... See, look at the standings. Like, it winds me up a little bit that these retirements are happening. So Verstappen's had... I think that's his 2nd retirement. Gasly's had 2 retirements. They're all just having retirements, and I've had none. So I feel like this lead we're building at the moment... I mean, we won 3 races, but these past 2 races, we've just been gaining just because everyone else behind is just falling apart. Not that I'm complaining. I can't say that while having damage off. Can't say what. They're all retiring though. Oh, but you mean I should have crashed out about 5 times during that race? Yeah. Yeah. I mean mechanical failures though. It's not as if Verstappen's crashing into... Deduct the points. I absolutely should not have finished this race. Alright, do you want to see a stream or not? That's the question. I made an executive stream decision. Yeah, you're right. That was a really messy race from my part, though, in terms of the... there was more mistakes. Do I have a wire or the wireless controller? Well, it's wireless, but it's plugged in by a wire. So technically both. It's plugged in by a wire, though. It's nothing to do with delay on the stick, if that's what you're thinking. The car was just genuinely tricky to drive this time around. I think that has to do with the setup, though. Yeah, I think we already established that the diff was so high. But still doesn't account for how poor the performance was in high-speed corners. Anyway, constructors. So McLaren have jumped Red Bull now. Go wireless, but don't charge it up so there's a risk it will go in the race. To simulate an in real life mechanical failure. Shall I have shall I like attach a jack in the box to my router? And I'll just have someone spinning it the whole time. And if he pops up, it pulls the cable out. Is that what you want to do? Or let the dog in the room? Guys, I didn't win the race today. What more do you want? I'm already up in the difficulty. To a point just at my... Just beyond slightly my capabilities. What more do you want from me? I'm putting on a show, right? That's the whole point. Championship fight. Should I just not bother the next race? Should I just skip Canada? Let's not bother. It's not my fault, right, that Hamilton has decided to just give up 5 races into the season, right? Although I have to say, apart from Hamilton, who's finished every race, I take no satisfaction in the gaps being as big as they are with everyone else. What about if we what about if I run in a skip Sochi? Okay. Next race, just punt the Mercs and DNF. for the sake of the championship. I think punting the Mercs is counterproductive to what we're trying to do here. Because it doesn't look like the Mercs are the current leading car at the moment, from what it looks like.
You made it look easy. You were cutting your way through the field during the race.
And Abu Dhabi. Should we just skip all the bad races? Yeah, we'll do that then. Brazil finale.
You really looked in control of your car out there. Your team must be thrilled.
You really looked in control of your car out there. I mean, I don't know what you guys saw, but the media saw a perfect drive. I couldn't. This was for the fans. So you guys.
Wasn't your rival's day today, was it?
Is she blind? Absolutely. Stop talking piss. It wasn't Lewis's day, was it? It can only be one driver's of the day today, and that was me. Okay.
There are rumours that you're looking for a contract with another team. Is there any truth to that?
I mean, I wouldn't mind driving an AlphaTauri car with the performance it's got. Little bit of tapping up there from AlphaTauri. Move confirmed. Right, let's see where we are. Right, we're just ahead in the rivalry. I'm happy enough with that. Race around France. Yeah. Pretty sure I'll find the barrier as well if the car's set up like it was there. I'll find the barrier at France. There's no barriers, but I'll find them. Right, so there's nothing there. No R&D to invest in the car. How about we just run like the worn engine parts until they blow up? Would you rather that happen? Stevie suggested doing a 16 race championship as well. The result would still be the same, wouldn't it? Right at the moment. Good idea. Wait, what's the good idea? The running the worn engine parts or the... Imagine me running my worn engine parts and going into qualifying. That's guaranteed 20th place there. Come on. You guys are being real harsh here. Would you rather I consistently just finish 13th every race? Is that what you're looking for? Are you looking to see me suffer? I had a good race there. I enjoyed that. Like, the changes we've done. Next race, no glasses. I hate to break it to you, but these just help me with my eye strain sometimes. It doesn't really, it affects my vision very slightly. It's very minimal, the impact. So next race, put a blindfold on or something. Is that the next suggestion coming up? I can almost feel that coming. Next race, headphones on. What, and sound off or something. I have forgotten about these, to be fair. They keep my neck warm. That's a horrible thought. Right. Let's wrap it up there, shall we? Because I need to get on. Enjoy my evening. Rather than getting bullied by chat. For getting a 4th place. You guys won't be complaining if Hamilton got a 4th place in real life, you know? Because you'd be like, oh, someone else won it. Yeah. Yeah, Montreal's next. It's character building. Great. Love it. Yeah, Montreal next. So I've done a couple of laps of time trial around here, and I tell you, it's really difficult to actually do a lap without getting 4 wheels off the track. That last chicane is the worst. I hate it so much. If this race was real, you would have exploded. There you go. What are you complaining about? We're bringing you what the fans want. The headphones give head and neck support. They do. It's a comfort thing. It's the only reason I'm wearing them now. The race isn't real. Stevie, this is as real as it gets until the real F1 season comes back. So, you've just got to put up with it, I'm afraid. And it'll all be over in 2 months' time. And then you'll be like, oh, I wish Kerry was still here to do these races. Then what? The cars are pretend. Yeah, but the racing is real. He said it. He said it just as I said it. I know exactly where you were headed. Retirement confirmed. That wasn't actually meant to be. I might have accidentally said something that hinted at a retirement, but I can assure you, there's no retirement. I have no plans to give this up. I'm enjoying this too much. The streaming element, that is. I'll give up with F1 2020 at some point. I just need something a bit more interesting to stream, I guess. But I don't have the opportunity to do that yet. So, cool. Right, let me wrap it up anyway. Because otherwise it's just going to be me rambling for far too long. Right, so when's the next one? I hear you all asking. And that's a good question. Again, I actually don't know. I don't really plan these out that well, do I? Let's take a look. A real quick look. Thursday or Friday? It's going to be one of those days, I think. I could probably do a weekend one as well. But I don't know. I kind of like the time slot that I'm doing these, really. Straight from work, really. And right now, I just want to kind of enjoy my weekends a bit. When I mean enjoy, I mean stay indoors and play another game. So, F1 on weeknights generally works for me. Cool, so it's going to be either Thursday or Friday then. It's more like a hobby for me. It is. I'm not even lying when I say that. Like, I'm going to curse it right now, but I'm not a sellout. I've not turned into an affiliate or a partner. I have no plans to do that. I do this for fun. This is a hobby. Exactly. It's exactly like what you've just said. Well, it's a quote directly from me. It's exactly what I've said. Yeah, so Thursday or Friday then. Same time again. Around 5 o'clock. And we'll go again for Montreal. Yeah, happy with that. Cool. Alright. I think that's pretty much it. Everyone's all saying bye. I'll see you guys in a couple of days. Enjoy the rest of your week. And see you towards the end. Peace. Bye. Don't know what the off button is though. Hang on. It's